As everyone expected in the NFC Central, it has come down to the final 2 weeks of the season. The Detroit Lions atop the division, Green Bay and Minnesota still alive at 7-7, and the Chicago Bears still actually with a hope for a playoff spot at 6-8. Tim Ryan and Johnny Morris here at the Metrodome. And Johnny, even though Bud Grant and Mike Ditka are not talking at all about being in the playoffs, they both indicate they've got strong motivations to win today.
Yes, they do, Tim. When you talk about Mike Ditka, he says, and it's true, the Bears have not won up here in Minnesota since 1971. No player on the current roster has ever tasted victory up in Minnesota, so that ought to be some kind of incentive there.
Is still playing with an ankle injury and is not running at full speed, so apparently he just caught Frazier napping on the opening play. First down, swing pass, a lot of blockers in front of Nelson. Nelson picks up about 9. The ball comes loose, but after the whistle is blown, Otis Wilson made the tackle. And defensively for the Bears, in their 4-3, Mike Hartenstein, Jim Osborne back starting at left tackle, Steve McMichael, and Richard Dent for Dan Hampton. Hampton re-injured the knee that has kept him out of several games. He will not play today. Wilson, Singletary, Al Harris is in Gary Campbell's spot at right linebacker, and Gary Fensick makes his return after missing most of the season. Bud Grant, the Vikings coach, but he is back in the lineup today after being out for one game with a suspension. Nelson, off the right tackle side, picks up about 5, and Jim Osborne makes the tackle. Good blocking out that side. 3 wide receivers, Lewis, Jones, and LeCount. They give it to Galbraith. Big hole up the middle. Another first down, and he's into the 18-yard line of Chicago. Gary Fensick made the tackle.
So they have 3 defensive linemen. Otis Wilson, 55, is right up in the line also.
Galbraith goes in motion. Everybody's out of there, and Dills under pressure, rolling right. Got it off complete. That is Leo Lewis, and it looks like he has a first down at the 8-yard line. What a fine effort by Dills. Darren Nelson nowhere to go, and a good tackle deep in the backfield by Todd Bell, number 25, will drop the Vikings back outside the 15 to the 17-yard line. This will be from the 20-yard line, a 30-yard attempt for Ricardo, and it is good. Jim McMahon will bring out the Bears with Suey and Payton at the running back positions. Dennis McKinnon getting the start with Willie Galt at wide receiver. Across the front, Colbert, Jackson, Hilgenberg, Becker, Andy Frederick continues ahead of Keith Van Horn at right tackle, and Emery Moorhead the tight end. 3 wide receivers are in on third down. Marjoram joining Galt and McKinnon. Pressure on McMahon. He got the pass off as he was falling. A flag on the play. Payton picks up about 7 yards, short of the first down, however. And a fine effort by McMahon under pressure to get that push pass off to Payton. Stakowitz, a former Green Bay Packer, hits a good punt. High, coming down to Leo Lewis, who bobbles, but now has running room.
He lost his shoe.
Lewis all the way to the 26-yard line. Burned on his first punt as a Bear. It surely was not his fault. Made a good kick. Rolling on first down, Dills. Up the middle, wide open Brewer. And he has a Viking first down to the 11-yard line. Gary Fensick made the tackle. So another field goal try on fourth down from the 19-yard line. And Benny Ricardo pops it through with a 29-yarder. Could win at home against the Lions today, and they've taken the lead. First down. Lions need a victory to clinch the NFC Central. Flare pass. And it's Suey to Payton, wide open. Walter Payton in a sprint to the end zone. One man can catch him, and he is in. Touchdown, Walter Payton. Well, Matt Suey.
And it turned out that that was a lateral, and it made it look like a pass, and as long as he's parallel with the quarterback, it is a lateral. He takes the swing pass out here, and McMahon throws it out there, and it is a lateral. Indeed, everybody forgot about it, and Suey just runs. He took off running and then throws the ball down there, just like Walter Payton does, who has 3 touchdown passes. And then Payton turns it on towards the end zone. Little straight arm right here to get him a couple of extra steps. And he goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Walter Payton, Chicago Bears.
Let's see it one more time.
And one thing, Mike Ditka does have imagination. There's the lateral play. Now, what really makes it is that Suey has to dodge a couple of people like he's taking off on a run. Everybody forgot about Payton. Suey stops. That's pretty good presence there by Suey, who gets banged after he throws the ball. And you can't, these guys keep trying to hit Walter Payton high. You can't do it. If he's going to tackle him, he's got to dive into him and knock him off stride. You just can't do it that way.
A similar situation of that muscle being pulled away from the bone. Pitch out to Nelson. Nelson cuts it up inside. A nice piece of running by Nelson for a gain of about 6. Fourth down, and Greg Coleman for the Vikings. Kicking to McKinnon at the Bears 35. Dennis McKinnon, a good return into Vikings territory at the 49, where Fred McNeil hauled him down. Of course, McKinnon will be treated with a new respect. He ran one back 53 last week. First down at the 49-yard line of Minnesota. They lead 7-6. Moorhead in motion to pitch to Suey. Suey with a good hole and a fine block, running hard for a first down to the 31-yard line. Becker and Moorhead and Payton all involved in the blocking over there. Tom Hannon made the tackle. Well-executed play by the Bears.
Yes, they got through Studwell and Matt Blair on that play. As you're going to see, 55 and 59 roam over there to make the tackle. And here comes Kurt Becker, 79, to throw that block. And he just pushes his man out. And Suey does a nice job of turning up the field at the right time and getting some big yardage. He is well over 500 yards this year, the first time for Matt Suey in his career that he's rushed for that many in a season.
Rufus Betts and John Swain have come in defensively on this 3rd and 10 as the Vikings are looking for pass. 3 wide receivers. McMahon up into the pocket, now takes off, and he is met by the safety Joey Browner, number 47, and stopped short of the first down at the 25-yard line. The Bears will have Bob Thomas attempting from the 33-yard line, a 43-yard attempt for Thomas.
He is 11 of 20 and has not been all that effective beyond 40 yards.
Well, he's kicking indoors today. Let's see if it helps him. It does. Bob Thomas with a 42-yard field goal officially. 2nd and 7. In motion goes Leo Lewis. Dills finds himself some room and gets to Brewer. First down. Bob Brewer one-on-one against Mike Singletary, and Dills did a fine job of picking up his secondary receiver. An NC State Wolfpack, Jim Valvano's crew. Should be an exciting day on CBS Sports next Saturday. First down play for the Bears. Matt Suey drags it out for about 4 yards. A flag is down, and probably somebody grabbed a little iron en route.
I think so. That's what happened. There was a face mask infraction.
One tight end, so you might expect him to throw the ball here. They pitch to Payton. Shakes off one man and has the first down. 22-yard line. It was Dennis Johnson who had a chance to catch him behind the line, but Tom Hannon had to make the tackle upfield.
Well, this is where you see Walter Payton is 3rd in the all-time NFL rushing list, because Dennis Johnson, 52, got through the little gap there and had the free shot at him. Payton just gave him a little straight arm and dipped away from him, got outside and managed to get the first down before he's finally knocked down.
Big pressure by the Vikings pass defense, creating problems from the goal line. A screen pass for Payton. 2 blockers in front, and a good job by number 29, John Swain, to make sure that Payton could not come back into the field of play with the blockers in front. Actually, kind of warm day, about 32 degrees with snow falling. Indoors, 68. Darren Nelson picks up about 8, maybe 9, as they will move it out to the 49-yard line of Minnesota, with Al Harris making the tackle.
The Bears only have the wild card chance, so it's at New Orleans, San Francisco. Those 2 games are important to the Bears.
Pass up the middle is complete for the first down to Galbraith. That position this season. Play action, fake pitch out, and wide open the tight end Brewer, and he's still going. First down Brewer to the 20-yard line of the Bears. He's pulled down by Frazier and Fensick. Gordon in motion behind the ball. Nelson is caught from behind by Dent, number 95, the rookie, starting for the injured Dan Hampton at right defensive end. And there'll be a loss of a yard on the play.
And nobody even hit Dent as he got through a little crease there and got the play before it even was started. They tried the counter, which made Nelson get a late start, and here comes Dent, number 95, to make the tackle. So the Vikings have a 3rd and long passing situation. Richard Dent.
Schmidt and Duerson in defensively on 3rd and long for the Vikings, and the blitz comes up with a sack. It is Richard Dent. Harry Schmidt was blitzing from the corner position, but the quick-footed defensive end got there ahead of Schmidt. Good job on 2 consecutive plays by Dent.
And number 45, Gary Fensick, was blitzing too. Nelson picked him up, but there were so many guys coming that there was no chance, and that's the first time the Bears have done that for quite a while. They had too many rushers, and Vikings couldn't pick them all up. Look at that.
It is first down for Chicago. McMahon is 1 of 5 at this point in the game, and there's a little inside handoff to Suey. He's got running room and a first down. Matt Suey, I think he's starting to believe he's Walter Payton. He has really been running well this season. Willie Teal made the tackle, and Suey, as we said, came into the game with more than 500 yards.
Watch the right guard, 79. He's going to take McNeil, number 54. He's to the left of your screen, knocks him out of the play, and that was what allowed Suey to get up the field and get some big yardage. Kurt Becker, number 79, and good running by Suey.
Come out on a wide pro set. Give it to Payton. He's got Becker in front of him. Cutting it back inside over the 50. Picks up about 7, maybe 8 yards, depending on the spot. They'll put it at the 49-yard line of Minnesota. John Turner, the safety man, number 27, made the tackle. Van Horn has come in for Andy Frederick at right tackle for the Bears on 2nd and 2, and Payton's got a lot of running room. Has the first down to the 41-yard line of the Vikings. Dennis Johnson and Tom Hannon, 52 and 45, making the tackle for Minnesota. And there's the career numbers against Minnesota. They don't like to see him come on the field against the Vikings.
Also, there's that magic of being the first man to break Brown's record.
Gain of only a yard, 2nd and 9. Suey has a good hole. Matt Suey crashes over the 30 to the 26-yard line, where Hannon made the tackle after the trip up by Johnny Turner.
And you're going to see some excellent blocking. I hope you can see Payton, 34, come out here and block on 54 right here in front of your screen. Here comes Payton on McNeil. A beautiful block to knock him down. Suey turns up the field, gets by Studwell, and gets some big yardage. So Walter Payton does his job as a blocker, as he has throughout his entire career. And Suey's having himself quite a football game. He's got
55 yards
and about 5 carries. That's a pretty good average.
And as the running attack of the Bears had problems last week against Green Bay, it's been restored. And this is Payton trying to turn the corner, picks up about 4. He's tripped up by Elshire, number 73, the right defensive end, against this Vikings defense thus far. And he'll run again. Suey. This time Fred McNeil played off the block of Walter Payton and did an effective job, but Suey, with his battering style, picks up about 3, maybe 4 yards.
Okay, you have a same matchup. You're going to see Payton out in front on the block and a couple of linemen too, Jimbo Covert, but there's the block. He doesn't knock McNeil down, 54. McNeil stays on his feet, but as you said, Suey, with that pile driving style, when they get ready to make the tackle, got down, almost got the first down.
3rd and 16. Slot formation right for the Vikings. Big drop to Gills this time. Up the middle, he's got a man open, and it's out to the 30-yard line for Mike Jones, and will be very close to the first down, depending on the spot. Gills wants to throw, quick drop, and it's complete. Leo Lewis, number 87, has a first down at the 44-yard line. Perfectly timed pass play against the Bears. 2:04 remaining in the first half. Gills has a man open in the middle. Ted Brown for a first down of the Vikings to the 34-yard line. Gary Fensick and Leslie Frazier both creating a timeout situation. Frazier was helped off the field, and it is intercepted. Gary Fensick, the first turnover of this half. Gary Fensick picking off the pass from Steve Dills on the first play after the 2-minute warning. Tim Irwin made the tackle. And Gary Fensick getting back into the action after a long, lonely season on the sideline.
Here he is at the bottom of your screen, number 45. He goes back to his deep zone. He watches Dills. He's just watching Dills, watching the quarterback. LeCount comes across. He has a step on his man there, but there was Fensick just to come in, make the interception. The first one for him in a long time because he hasn't played. Gary Fensick back in action. The rules say that you can put your hands up, but did he make some contact too? That's a key. I think he made some contact before the ball arrived, and that's the reasoning for the penalty.
1 minute remaining first half. McMahon gets it off to Matt Suey. Suey gets to the 5-yard line. It appears he will be short of the first down. Fred McNeil made the tackle. Bears have 3 tight ends in to provide the power blocking if that's the way to go. Moorhead in motion. Suey has a good hole and has the first down, stopped short of the touchdown. And it was Matt Blair and Willie Teal who made the tackle. Wing formation for the Bears. And now Peyton in motion off the wing. Fake to Suey, and they lob it up for Moorhead. Touchdown. Well, a little more razzle-dazzle than you might expect on a first down from the 3-yard line, but it paid off.
Yeah, that's the old Mike Ditka influence that time as McMahon just rolled out and was going to go back as Emery Moorhead was to tie up on the left side and kind of get lost in the crowd, and 2 linebackers put the old blitz on him. Here comes Johnson, and McMahon just threw it up over as soon as Moorhead was able to clear, and that was an easy one. So easy that you had to be careful you don't drop it. Emery Moorhead.
First down. Minnesota. Dills has time, hits his man, Bob Brewer. And Brewer has a first down. Bob Brewer having himself a very fine afternoon. So first down as we begin the second half. 16-6. Both these teams needing to win today and next week. For any playoff opportunity, Walter Payton barreling straight ahead. Picks up about 7 yards on that carry.
Well, Payton's not very big. 5'10", 205 pounds, and he has to take this tough yardage too. Puts his head down, and it was tough yardage, but he always gets up.
Ray Stakowitz will come in to punt, and of course, he's the new Bear punter replacing Bob Parsons, a somewhat controversial move by Mike Ditka last week.
Yes, he was cut for making contact with the Chicago Blitz as far as a coaching job is concerned, and Ditka says it was disloyal and said, you're going to be cut. Uh-oh.
Stakowitz, the punt is blocked. It's a loose ball bouncing into the end zone, recovered by the Vikings. It is Steve Jordan, number 83. Is it a touchdown? Evidently not.
1, 2. It looked like he took the proper amount of steps. There was just a whole bunch of Minnesota Vikings got through, and there it was on the ground, and it was
Steve Jordan.
Steve Jordan who got the ball. You talk about a turnaround and a big break for the Vikings. They're right down at the 1-yard line.
He was down at the 1, even though he rolled into the end zone. They ruled him down on the loose ball, and that is Ted Brown, and he has a touchdown. So the Vikings strike quickly to begin the second half. A blocked punt and a touchdown run by Ted Brown. Second down, a long 8, close to 9 for the Bears from their own 32. They give it to Suey. Suey crashes forward for a gain of about 3, maybe 4 yards on the play. Got a play out spot. Minnesota with a better opportunity than the Bears. Straight ahead, Teddy Brown picks up about 7, maybe 8 on the play to the 35-yard line. Otis Wilson on the tackle, number 55. Part of that Vikings equation. Galbraith gets to the 40-yard line and another Vikings first down. Hartenstein and Fensick on the tackle for Chicago. The Vikes have since cut a 16-6 margin to 16-13. There's Brewer. Pickup of about 8. Todd Bell, Mike Singletary. We're in the third period. Leo Lewis in motion behind the ball. Vikings first down. They give to Darren Nelson. Nelson with a burst of speed gets up for a gain of about 6 yards before Singletary nailed him. 2nd and 10. Galbraith in motion. Dills rolling this way, and Richard Dent is there to greet him. Right behind him, Mike Hartenstein, the sack for the rookie Richard Dent, number 95, all the way back to the 42 of Minnesota.
Give some credit to Hartenstein, too, because Dill spotted him first and forced him to run back this other way. And here came Richard Dent, number 95, to make the sack along with Hartenstein. You almost have to give it to both of them, give them a half a sack each.
That's the second of the day for Dent. The rookie starting for Dan Hampton. Chicago Bears have the football and the lead, starting from their own 27-yard line. The pitch out to Walter Payton. Payton has a good hole and a block from Covert. And a first down, it would appear, all the way out near the 40-yard line. Joey Browner made the tackle.
And you can see, as you mentioned, Jimbo Covert had to pull out number 74, the left tackle. It does the job on Teal, allowing Payton to cut up the field and get some yardage. Those big old tackles pulling out there like guards and running backs.
2nd and 8. McMahon has a man open. That's Payton, and Payton trying to get to the first down marker. Joey Browner forced him out. It'll be, yes, a Chicago first down right at midfield. Since about the middle of the second period, we don't know if Turner is hurt at all. McMahon complete to Payton again, the same pattern, and he's driven out this time by the linebacker McNeil, number 54, after a gain of 6, maybe 6.5 yards. One running back on 2nd and 4, and they give it to the tight end Moorhead. Moorhead breaks off one tackle and has himself a first down. Well, he spun and turned like the running back he once was. Good effort by Moorhead inside the 40 of Minnesota.
He earned that. With all the action with Payton going one way, and you bring the tight end in there with all that traffic, and you hand off going back the other way, he follows his interference and then gets really smacked there, spins out of it, and manages to get the first down. Emory Moorhead, former wide receiver, former running back, former everything in the NFL before he finally found a home.
In the secondary, 4-down lineman again for the Vikings. Matt Suey. And Suey will be stopped short of the first down. Mullaney and Blair in on the hit, including those in the Minnesota area here, will not get to see that doubleheader game today on CBS. Suey takes it upfield, and he has the first down to the 25-yard line, tripped up by Tommy Hannon, number 45. The Bears' run offense continues to be effective, and they have stayed with it primarily. And they are using up clock time. We're down to 1:22 remaining third quarter. Suey trying to find an opening, cuts it back beautifully and gets inside close to the 10. And another Bears first down. Hannon pulled him down there, and Suey apparently hurt a little bit on the play, and he got a nice block from his running mate Walter Payton.
Yes, it was Payton out in front, and as the linebacker gave a little bit, he gave some ground here, and Suey waited for him to give the ground. You can see McNeil as Payton just pushes him out, and then Suey just turned up the field. That's a nice, quick move by a fullback, isn't it? A very quick move as he pushed off his left foot and turned up the field.
Out of the I formation, the crowd trying to fire up the Vikings defense. They fake the pitch and go to Suey. Suey barrels his way to the 5-yard line. Some kind of motion that could mess up their play. Payton in motion. Pitch out Suey. A block from Payton. Suey gets to the 1-yard line, not to the end zone, but he would appear to have a first down. Bob Thomas from the 13-yard line, a 23-yard try at an angle from the hash mark. He has it. Minnesota Vikings at the 25-yard line. Steve Dills will try to get him moving, and he's running into traffic. Steve McMichael, he got away from him and still has to take the sack, as up came the linebacker Gary Campbell into the game for the first time today. It's 3rd down and 12. Out of the shotgun, Dills getting time, fires it up the middle, complete to the rookie Jones, and he is short of the first down as he's dropped by Gary Fensick, number 45. Galbraith and Darren Nelson, the running backs. Remember, Brown left with a pinched nerve injury in his neck. Dills hits the tight end Brewer. What a good catch. Dave Buerson tried to strip the ball away from Brewer, and the big tight end hung on for another Viking first down, it would appear. 7:18 on the clock. They're down by 6. Nelson in motion. Hills forced out. The pass is complete. Loose ball. Marty McDowell made the catch and then dropped the football, and it may be a Bears ball. Let's wait and see. The Chicago Bears say they have it. Minneapolis, where Gary Bensick has recovered the fumble by Marty McDowell. Bears football. They lead by 6. Payton gets loose down the sideline, has a first down in Vikings territory at the 49. Scott Studwell, the linebacker, forced him out of bounds over there. Long count. Oh, and here they come. They blocked it again. 2 blocks by the Vikings. Steve Jordan has the ball, and it may have been Jordan who blocked the punt.
But that's twice they have fooled the Bears. Stackowitz 1, 2. Oh boy, he had no chance to get that one off, did he?
So that can happen. 2nd and 20 out of the shotgun.
Uh-oh.
The blitz and Singletary on Dills, who just was able to get the ball. Dills dropped the football and was lucky that he got enough of a bounce to cover it before Singletary covered it.
Boy, Dills saw that one coming as number 50, Singletary, came right up the middle, slick and clean, as Dennis Swilley blocked Osborne out of there. And here comes number 50. Then he drops the ball, does recover it, and this is a drive in reverse.
Instead, they're 3rd and 31, and they are back now in their own territory. Dills going deep for Jones and McDowell. Everybody, and it's caught by Mike Jones. Mike Jones, the rookie from Tennessee State. First down at the 6-yard line of Chicago. So the Vikings are the key team, and the key play is right here, and it is blocked. It was Mike Singletary crashing in on top of Steve Dills, and there is a happy young linebacker who's going to keep that football. Mike Singletary just blocked that pass and stopped the Vikings at the 4-yard line on 4th down.
Here's number 50, right over the middle. He's off a couple of yards, and then he takes off. Now that's good quickness, and he gets through slick and clean, as the Vikings have had problems adjusting their pass blocking to pick up those blitzers up the middle. The Bears fooled them on that. And here is another ground level look at it as Singletary got through so quickly that Dills never had a chance.
The Bay, and then some of you will be seeing that Tampa Bay Detroit game next Sunday. Here's Payton, and he has the first down, and down the sideline he lost his balance. Gets over the 30-yard line. A big gain by Payton, and nearly went the distance, and Walter Payton a little slow to get up here. And an unhappy Bud Grant sees the Vikings lose to the Bears for the first time here in Minneapolis since 1971. So saying so long from the Metrodome, I'm Tim Ryan for Johnny Morris, where our final score, the Chicago Bears 19, the Minnesota Vikings 13.